Welcome back to the Tribe.
On Saturday, April 22nd, the Township 5K Stampede will be held here at 9 a.m. at the reservation. You will only be guaranteed a t-shirt if you pre-register. Sign up online at give.classy.org/Township Stampede 2017. Check out the showcase by the cafeteria for more information. The second clothing sales for track are due to Mrs. Wilson by March 29th. Next up, we have a Tribe exclusive interview with Mrs. DeSare.
Thanks for tuning in to this week's Tribe.
Hi, I'm Ryan with the Tribe, and I'm with Mrs. DeSare. So what did the Hoops for Heart benefit?
It benefits everybody who has heart disease. It benefits the American Heart Association, and if there's somebody out there who has heart disease, the money that we raise goes to them to get the surgeries that they need, medicines that they need, to help their lives to better.
So how much money did you guys raise?
This year we raised $3,560.
What are your plans for the future on the Hoops for Heart?
I definitely plan on continuing it. It's my hopes that we can each year we can raise more and more money to help benefit the people out there that need it.
See you next week.
Good afternoon, Conemaugh Township. This is Rudy with your weekend weather. This weekend you're looking at high 60s. It's all good outside. Enjoy the nice weather. Keegan outside at Jackson with his weather.
This is Weaver the Weatherman. This weekend's going to be warm. There's going to be a chance of rain all weekend. If you have any plans, you might want to stay inside. Back to the studios.
Good afternoon, I'm Jamie Waters here for the Tribe Sports. This week we're just rolling into the spring sports. Yesterday, the track and field team had their first scrimmage against Rockwood here at home, and tomorrow the baseball boys will face off against Shanksville for their season opener. And now I'm going to swing it over to B for a live interview with the one and only Mr. Foster.
Hi, I'm Sarah Allison Trino, and I'm here with Mr. Foster, and today we are going to be talking about the current Wi-Fi situation. First off, I'm going to ask if there is a reason behind the current lack of Wi-Fi access for student personal devices.
There's some reasoning behind that here right now, and of course it's academic whenever it comes to the drive. What we noticed was that the system here within the school was slowing down considerably from what we would say is normal access with the amount of megs that we have coming in, if you would, for the Wi-Fi. And that was slowing down the use on the Chromebooks and even the whole entire system. And there were a total of 408 unregistered devices the one morning whenever we came into school, and that is the reasoning behind the slowness of the Wi-Fi. Of course, it's there for educational purposes. Too many people had access to that account and slowing it down, and the way that it was being slowed down, it was being slowed down through streaming of music, videos, and even some people trying to access things like Netflix for movie access. Those are not all educational in purpose, but I can see where it can be argued that they can help education and purpose. We had to come up with something in order to make that accessible to the students and to the staff so that we can maintain our educational purpose whenever it comes down to the computers and technology here at the school. So where we are right now is that the access to the Wi-Fi has virtually been blocked, and the system has sped up considerably, and I can use my own personal example whenever it comes down to that. One afternoon I had to try to find a student. I went into our student management system, tried to look up to their schedule, and by the time I started to the time that their schedule actually popped up, it was 12 minutes. In the case of an emergency, trying to find a student in 12 minutes is not going to cut the ice, and it's not going to make a set of parents very happy, let alone that the educational value whenever it comes down to it. So at this point in time, that Wi-Fi access has been blocked on student personal devices. It's not to say that that's going to be the long-term fix of that situation. But we're analyzing some different things right now as long as we can make it educational in value and it's handled in such a way that we're not rolling out access here again in the near future.
Could there be any changes in the near future?
There could be. As a matter of fact, thanks to the person sitting here to my right, B, and Annie as well, having a discussion with Mr. Ott one day in Mr. Plummer's room, he was unaware that the Wi-Fi access was being utilized for different things up in the field house. And we were able to open up the access to students in the field house so that those that are using the weightlifting app of Team Builder, that they now have access to that and even access to Pandora, which will allow the different types of music to be played while they're up in the weight room. The only concern about that at this point in time, and I think because it's such a few number of students that will be up there in the weight room using that, a high number for people in the weight room, but overall proportionally with the school district, a low number. The elementary school feeds off of our system here at the high school. There's a direct line connecting our server to the elementary, so they're naturally at the beginning running at a slower pace than what the high school is. Much slower pace whenever we had 408 unregistered devices on that computer really affected the elementary school to a very high degree with their ability to use technology. With less students up there at that point in time, and that being sort of on its own secluded system, it should not affect the functionality of computers at the elementary school. We are also going to be analyzing potential access to the guest network for the students, but we do have a few things that we've got to look into and some bugs to work out to make sure that we don't get back to where we were, where the system's bogged down majorly and we can't do the educational things that we want to do.
Well, thank you very much for your time and explaining what happened and the situation with our Wi-Fi.
Not a problem, thank you.
Welcome back to the Tribe with Hannah
and Lakin. The TSA Community Service Video Group is raising money for the American Cancer Society. Donation boxes are in the office, guidance office, nurse's office, and the library. Please make sure to donate by April 10th.
Any junior high or varsity wrestlers or mat maids who need a wrestling banquet form can pick one up in the high school office. The banquet is April 9th at 1 p.m. at Anthony's. The forms must be returned by Thursday, March 30th.
Now with Owen and Ben.
See you next week.
Hi, welcome back to CT Sports with Owen and Ben. Tuesday night, the girls junior high volleyball team took a loss to Wimber.
The 7th grade team came so close to winning, but lost both games. The first one 22-25 and 27-29. Track season is coming up soon, so here's an interview with head coach for the varsity and one of the coaches for junior high track, Mrs. Wilson. I'm here with the varsity track and field head coach, Mrs. Wilson, and one of the coaches for the junior high track team. So, your first varsity track meet is next week at Myersdale. How excited are you?
I'm really excited to host Myersdale. They'll be here next week, so come out and support the track and field team.
So this is the first junior high track season at Township, so how do you think it'll go?
Yeah, junior high is going to set a lot of records this year. Having a track team at the junior high level is going to be great, especially when they be able to compete at the varsity level.
All right, thank you for your time.
Thank you.